What's up, guys? Back with another one. I'm Ryan. It's George.
What's poppin', guys? How you living?
Yeah, man. Lost in Vegas coming back at you with the unbiased
real reaction. Shout out to our free thinkers.
Yeah, man. So, what we doing, man? Soundgarden? Soundgarden?
Yeah, Jesus Christ pose looks like big, medium-sized request. I wouldn't say big. We've been getting a decent amount of Soundgarden requests for a little while.
Okay.
We want to shout somebody out specifically because she has been a warrior for Soundgarden for quite some time. Andrea Gale 83. Andrea Gale 83. We're gonna put you in a video. Andrea has been just a big pusher, supporter slash warrior for Soundgarden for a while, man. So we want to definitely shout you out, man. So you know, this is, if you look at this print screen that I'm gonna put in the video, 3 months ago. She's been going hard for at least 3 months for this band, so it can take time, guys. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, for us to get to you. So, so let's see what they're about. I know this was like the grunge era, '90s, early '90s, I believe. Them and Pearl Jam and Stone Temple Pilots and bands like that.
That was a good time. That was a good time.
Yes, sir.
So
let's get into it. Soundgarden, Jesus Christ pose. This is real freaky. That
sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Sound familiar.
That sounds like that, but I've heard that somewhere.
Interesting. We might have heard this song. If we've heard this song, we'll put review. But it does sound familiar to your point. Just that riff right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's get back to it.
Okay.
I love that strange, eerie riff there as well.
Yeah.
Like
how's it go?
As long as intro into this.
Yeah.
All right, it's cool. It's setting the mood, setting the vibe. Let's get back to it. Okay.
Yep. So obviously, Jesus Christ pose is the crucifixion, right?
Right. The pose.
Right. You know. So, but he did say in the chorus, like, I need to be saved. You know, like you're having your, you know, don't want to be my slave, but you're staring at me like I need to be saved, right? Mm-hmm. So I wonder what that means. You know, is because I mean a lot of people look at the crucifixion obviously as like, you know, stigmata type things, you know, it's a sign from God. So I wonder where
is he talking about? Somebody with like a God complex, like someone that, you know, that sort of puts himself up on their like high horse. It's almost like their presence is saving you in some way. You know what I mean? Almost like they're kind of really pretentious,
right? And
you're in this pose, meaning maybe you're acting like you're some sort of, you're on your high horse, right? Some higher power, and you're this pretentious person. You're staring at me like you're doing me like your presence is doing me a favor. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. But I don't know. I don't know. His voice is interesting. He actually can sing. I just don't know if it's meshing well with the music. In my opinion, it's interesting. Not that I don't like it. It was unexpected, though. Yeah, it was unexpected. Not that I don't like it. It's just I'm trying to process it. So let's keep it going.
Yeah, man. What do you think about the instrumentation so far? What do you think about it?
You know, it's interesting. I'm still in process mode. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm still thinking about his voice. That's kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I'm in process mode. You know what I mean? I like the pace of the drums though. Almost like
right.
And it's got a groove to it as well.
It does.
I do enjoy the groove. I'm just processing it. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure. I'm just really paying attention to how well it meshes.
Right.
You know, and I just think that what initially I caught out of it was just I'm trying to figure out the way he approached the track, because his voice sounded good, but the way he approached it, you know what I mean, with the notes and the melody, I just don't feel like it really grabbed me. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't know if it complimented me, but so I'm trying to process the instruments and how he came in on the track.
Here's my initial reaction to it. I agree with you. I think it does have a groove, and I think it doesn't sound bad, but it's not captivating either. I think it's just kind of like I found myself tuning out a couple times just because that doom because I don't think the song has a lot of movement. I think the groove and the actual instrumentation sound good, but I'm ready for something else because it was a long intro, and now we're into this part, and we've only heard a few bits and pieces of dialogue at this point. So, and I don't know if the beat is, or I don't want to say beat, but if the groove or the instrumentation is captivating enough to not have any vocals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's what I want you guys to help inform us of. Grunge. What does that mean? I've always heard of grunge. What is that? What is the culture surrounding grunge about? What is that whole what was that whole movement about? Was it about just because I have a feeling that the way this music sounds has a lot. Obviously, it's a grunge song, but I want to know what people do in the grunge. Like when you're listening to music, like obviously people hit the mosh pits and all that other stuff. There's mosh pitting, there's moshing. But is there something that comes along with this type of music, like certain things that people do with this type of music? I think that will help me understand the sound of it a little bit better. You know, like is this the type of sound that people use when is it relative to depression? Is it relative to despair? Is it relative to? I'm just trying to figure out the significance of grunge. What made that movement so significant? And then I think it'll help me understand what they were going, why this music sounds the way it sounds.
Right.
I don't know.
Cool.
So let us know. And he said, in your Jesus Christ poles, thorns, and shroud, like it's the coming of the Lord. You know what I mean? And I swear to you that I'd never feed you pain, but you're staring at me like I'm driving the nails. Like I'm driving the nails. Interesting, huh? So like you're I guess walking around like you're Jesus Christ or acting like you're Jesus Christ.
Holier than thou.
Holier than thou.
Say, yeah.
So they're looking at them in maybe a sort of a condescending nature. You know what I mean? Like just you being here is just annoying me.
Right.
It's like you're feeding me like I'm driving the nails. Like you're treating me like shit. You know what I mean? You're walking around here like I'm God.
You.
Exactly. And that's how I'm interpreting it. I guess. So it's interesting. It's a strange situation I'm in because I actually I do kind of like the way it sounds, but I just, you know, I'm trying, I guess maybe for some reason, I like to know what the essence of this sound is. What do people do when they, what does grunge mean? What is that about? And I think you guys can help educate us on that. And for some reason, I just feel like a little bit more education will help me appreciate the sound a little bit more because I don't dislike it actually. It
definitely is not something that we're used to hearing.
Yeah.
When it comes to this sound.
Yeah.
You know, so.
No, I agree. I agree.
Different,
so let's keep digesting it. You know what I mean? Let's get back to it.
Yeah, man.
This is hot right here. It's the first change. You know?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that change up is hot.
Yeah, I would like to heard something like that earlier, it took a long time to get to that point. Because that's why I was like, man, it's kind of tuning it out until that point.
Yeah, maybe tuning it out just a bit, but it's weird because I don't dislike it.
Right.
I think it has a cool groove to it. I feel like it's an underground fucking club. You know, like it would, I would be in an underground club, just sweaty, fucking graffiti and shit all on the wall, just fucking dirty, like beer, and my shoes are sticking to the floor while this shit is playing, and it's just, you know what I mean? And everybody's just kind of like swaying. You're not even monster to this. You're just kind of like, yeah.
I feel you.
That's the vibe I'm getting, and that's why I want to understand what grunge
You're
is.
almost in a trance.
Right, exactly.
Right. I just think I wish this happened earlier because that intro was long.
Yeah.
And then you had a lot of long breaks of no dialogue and just that doom da doom da doom da doom da. So it's almost like a groove, like to your point, right? You're almost in a trance, you know?
Yep.
So maybe that was intention.
That could be deliberate, you know what I mean? But it's interesting. All right, let's get back to it.
Back out the way it started.
Okay. Yeah, that was interesting, man. That was different. You know, the only thing I could say about it is I like the groove of it. And his voice wasn't bad. I just don't know if his voice went along with the song, and maybe that was purposeful. Like I think maybe he wanted it to be sort of off kilter a little bit from the groove. But it wasn't bad. It's just I'm too busy. I'm still processing this, so I probably would need another listen to really, you know, to give it a more detailed sort of overview. But one thing I did like, the lyricism, if it meant what it meant, that was interesting lyricism.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean. You're on this. I'm taking the lyricism as meaning he's talking about people who just think that they're a god, of sorts. They're a deity, a god. And they are walking around like their shit doesn't stink. You know what I mean? And they're walking around like people are supposed to kiss their ass, and just your presence is annoying them. You know what I mean? Yep. When he said you act like I'm driving nails in your hand just because, you know, I'm not kissing your ass. You know what I mean? You're walking around in your Jesus pose, like you're God.
Yep.
So I thought that was interesting lyricism, like the groove, but not sure if I like the song. But just processing it, so that's me. That's where I'm at. Fuck it, I don't know. I get it.
No, I get it, man. I get it. And I really I share those same thoughts as well. I really just think that, guys, we've heard a lot of good songs on this channel, and I just think that this isn't a good song. I just don't think it's a good song compared to other metal songs that we've heard, rock songs that we've heard. I think it's okay.
What don't you like about it?
I just think that when you look at all the elements that it has, right? You look at the beginning, it took a long time for the song to get going. That's number one. Number two, I mentioned this in the video already, that I really think that there's long pauses without any lyricism, right? Without any singing, any lyrics, and anything, right? And that's not always, you know, a must. You don't have to have that. But the beat has to be captivating enough to me, or the groove has to be captivating enough to sustain the song. The instrumentation. I just don't believe it ever got there. Maybe that's the style of grunge, and maybe I need to listen to other grunge songs to maybe compare it to something, but I just don't think this is a good song. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good. We've heard a lot of good songs. I'm like, wow. That's undeniable, and I don't think this is undeniable. I think this caters to a unique crowd. I think a specific type of genre of person likes this song.
Okay.
You know, that's just my thoughts.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So,
yeah, I'll loop back with you guys on this. I'm gonna give this another listen after we're done filming, man, because I need another listen. Maybe look up what the fuck grunge means specifically. So, but that's the interview, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Las Vegas, George, Ryan.
We out.